Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back. We are now going to be talking about some good news for the Hujjaj. And when I say good news, it is a press release by SAHUC regarding the Hajj, the announcement of the list of accredited Hajj operators for 2024. We'll be talking with Yusuf Cassim, who is the chairperson of the National Hajj Operator Accreditation Committee for SAHUC. Assalamu alaikum to you. Welcome to the program.
Wa
Yusuf, can you
alaikum
hear
salam.
me?
Thank you for having me. And hello. Yes, I can hear you, Julie. Can you hear me?
Okay. Loud and clear. Thank you. Good news indeed for the South African Hujjaj.
Yes, we started the process a bit earlier this year as requested by the Saudi Arabian Ministry of Hajj to get all our ducks in a row pre-Hajj. And this was the first step in getting ourselves organized in terms of accrediting operators for the upcoming Hajj season.
Now, I understand that I think about 28 travel operators indicated interest, but we have, I think your list contains about, what would that number be? The current
It's
list.
15 that have got confirmation of their accreditation. We had, yes, as you mentioned, we had 28 operators that showed interest in submitting applications. 18 of those actually submitted the application documents, and of those 18, 15 have been accredited.
Would that mean that the balance of them did not possibly fulfill the criteria expected by SAHUC, and that's the reason why they haven't been accredited?
Yes, we've got a list of criteria that we ask the operators to meet, some of which are set by SAHUC and some of which are set by the Saudi Arabian Ministry of Hajj. Um, and as you said, the three that didn't qualify did not meet some of the criteria that we asked.
So, what is your advice now to people who've been accredited for going on Hajj? What is the advice to them? Here's our list. What ought they be doing now?
So the a list of accredited have not yet come out. That should be coming out quite soon, inshallah.
Ah,
However, for prospective Hujjaj, there are awareness programs that are going to be taking place on this weekend. Friday will be in Johannesburg, the 1st of December. Saturday, the 2nd of December, will be in Durban, and Sunday, the 3rd of December, will be in Cape Town. We're asking all prospective Hujjaj. I think most people know whether they will be up on the list or quite high up on the list. And we're asking them to attend these awareness programs to educate themselves on processes to follow moving forward for them, as well as meeting all accredited Hajj operators that will be present at these awareness programs.
do we know how many people will be accredited for the upcoming Hajj season, or is SAHUC still dependent on Saudi Arabia to give the numbers?
So it has been indicated to SAHUC that we will still have our 2,500 base quota. I think that's standard year on year. However, should other countries not take up their full quota, South Africa would possibly be offered an increase in the quota. However, that will be dependent on whether we can fill our quota of 2,500 as quickly as possible.
You have indicated that there will be these Hajj road shows for people to attend. You also have indicated that most people who have applied would know that they are high up on the list. People at the bottom of the list, kind of ask the question, why should we attend the road show? Because we're not quite sure whether we've been accredited or not. How would you respond to them?
I think the roadshows or awareness programs are important for every prospective who judge. Um, you never know when you'll get called up. I mean, the invitation comes from Allah Ta'ala. Whether you are 10,000th on the list or 1,000, you never know. Your call could come and you could go on Hajj, inshallah.
What does the list look like currently? I mean, I've been telling my children that they should apply because you don't know how long that waiting list is going to be. So when we look at the numbers and we look at the years, does that give us an indication of how long people are going to have to wait before they are accredited? And I do know that SAHUC is doing their utmost best to service the South African Hujjaj to the best of their ability, but it can be very, very frustrating for our community. Uh, regarding long waits, etc. It is something out of your hands. You are directed by the Saudi Arabian authorities. And I'm sure if you could, you'd probably allow everyone to go on Hajj, but it's just out of your hands completely. But how do we navigate around all of this? And let's look at how long is that list?
Okay, so I'm not on the committee for the Pilgrim accreditation, but from the little information that I know, I stand to be corrected, but I think there are over 50,000 first-time Hujjaj that are on the list
Oh,
waiting for accreditation. So if you take just the base quota of 2,500, that's possibly a 20, 21, 22-year wait that you will have to wait. If everybody accepts the accreditation, that's also if no people pass away who are on the list and whatever reasons there might be for people dropping off the list.
I'm wondering if similar restrictions are in place for Hujjaj all around the world. Do they have similar
So,
situations? It's not unique to South
yes, so
Africa, is it? The reason is to contain the numbers and to make Hajj a pleasant experience for everyone possible.
so the reason for the quotas across the world, and yes, as you mentioned, all countries have the same issue, is because of space constraints in Mina and Arafah. So yes, in Mecca, Medina, there are hotels that can cater for 5 million, 6 million people. But in Mina, obviously, there are space constraints, and they're trying to work around alleviating that issue by either going upwards or doing something to get more beds and space available in Mina. Everybody or every country around the world has a 1% quota of their Muslim population. So if the South African government can give some communication or give evidential information to prove that we have more than 2.5 million Muslims in South Africa, our
Ah,
base quota of 2,500 will increase.
okay, so that's the bottom line. Before we let you go, anything of importance that you'd like to share with the prospective Hujjaj regarding the awareness programs or the road shows, and uh, perhaps now that but they can't really do much till the list comes out. Why has the tour operators list come out before the accreditation list is out? Should it not have been the
We
other
want
way around?
So we need the Hajj operators to be prepared before the awareness programs. We've asked them to come up with packages that can be offered to prospective Hujjaj. So that's why we've accredited them earlier than pilgrims, so that they can go and do their homework and get packages together to offer to Hujjaj that are going to be attending the awareness programs. That's obviously not something that happens overnight. There's quite a few different components that they need to put together, be it hotels in Mecca, hotels in Medina, hotels in Arafat, and their flights, obviously. So there's quite a few components that they need to package together before the awareness programs that will be happening this weekend.
Okay, makes perfectly good sense, of course. Do you have any idea when the list of accredited pilgrims will be published?
I'm hoping that it will be before this weekend's awareness programs. However, as mentioned, I'm not on that committee, so I'm not exactly sure. So we'll take it as SAHUC releases them, inshallah.
Inshallah, all goes well. Yusuf Cassim, Chairperson of the National Hajj Operator Accreditation Committee for SAHUC. Thank you indeed for that information. And let's hope and pray, inshallah, it's going to be a safe and a Mubarak Hajj for all of not only the South African Hujjaj, but the entire Ummah of our beloved Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Thank you for being on the show.
I mean, Jazakallah for having me.
It is exactly 8:59 news and views on Salam Media. We are going to be joined by our news correspondent. That, of course, is I Jadwit, and he'll be bringing us the bulletin of the morning.